Hello, Bradley here. What are you looking at? You're looking at my Apple TV. I cut the cord probably 5 years ago with cable, and so now I have over-the-air antenna, so I get probably 35 channels, and I subscribe to a few streaming channels. And I want to talk about one, but briefly I will kind of show you. Netflix, I subscribe to that. Major League Baseball. I do have Amazon Prime, which gives free shipping. And the other channel I subscribe to is called, right here, it's called Qello Concerts. Now this is a music video streaming channel, so you have to subscribe to it. I think it costs $6 a month at the present time. I've had it for probably 5 years. So let's go into that. And I will say, ever since I cut cable, I'm probably paying 25% of what I paid with cable just for the TV, even adding these subscription fees. So I'm very happy. So let's go into Qello Concerts. It's probably, I don't know, 8 or 9 years ago it started. What it is, it's a music video channel that has documentaries and live concerts. So looking up the menu bar, the first one says Spotlight. So and it's this upper thing. Marvin Gaye's greatest hits. These may be newer or older releases. Journey live in Manila, Michael Bublé, Barbra Streisand. So let's go down to the next. It says recommended for you. That's based on my viewing habits. New and noteworthy. Here are new releases on here. Up Close and Personal by Genesis, one of them. This looks like a good one. I have not watched it. Leonard Cohen. Okay, your next line here. This has the biggie, some of the big artists. They have their own little subcategories. Like we got Beatles, Springsteen, Fleetwood Mac, Santana, Rush, and Queen. So if we go into, say, the Beatles category, this will show all the documentaries and concert videos that Qello has of the Beatles. So here we go. George Harrison, George Martin, classic albums, Plastic Ono Band, some Ringo concerts, an old McCartney late 70s rock show, the Ron Howard film 8 Days a Week, etc. So in the Beatles section, I think there's 22 different releases there. Okay, let's go back. Let's go down here. Punk pioneers, Patti Smith, Elvis Costello, etc. Let's go down this next line, which is pretty good. They have a separate one for videos at Soundstage, a huge amount, and those are very good quality releases. One of my favorites is right here, Classic Albums. This centers on one album per, I guess you call it, episode. For example, Paranoid by Black Sabbath, Disraeli Gears. There's the John Lennon, Plastic Ono first band, Peter Gabriel, So, etc. And these are really nice because they spend an hour really dissecting how they made the album, and a lot of times they will go into the studio and have the faders, and they can pull the drums up or guitars up, and they will have the original artist talking about them. So that's one of my favorite little categories. Black History Month. Okay, let's go back up to the top menu. Browse. So you can browse the different genres of music. Alternative, blues, classic rock, classical, folk, indie, jam bands, jazz, oldies, progressive rock, etc. Rock, singer, songwriter. Or you can go into the particular artist from alphabetical A to E, etc. Or even the decade. You can browse that way. So let's go into the classic rock section just briefly. So all these would be classic rock videos, concert videos, and documentaries. They're alphabetically. So you can tell there's AC/DC, there's like 4 of those, probably 3 or 4 Aerosmiths. So this gives you a good idea of the amount of videos they've got. We're down to the B's right now. Down to the C's, Eric Clapton. Down the J's, Jethro Tull. So there's probably a couple hundred of just classic rock videos in here. Like I said, you can go into any category. Now the next menu item up here is Qello TV. It deals with the same genres, and what this is, if you click on, let's go to classic rock. And basically what this is, it randomly picks out songs from documentaries or concert videos, the single songs, and will randomly play one after the other. It will pick random songs from these categories. And so you can just leave this on and let it play, and it automatically picks songs out for you. So let's go into classic rock, and I'll show you how that works. I would assume this is the Bachman-Turner. So anyhow, I will not go into it deeply. So after that song's done, it will pick another song from a classic rock artist. So it's kind of nice. Okay, the next category, set lists, which are basically, they've put together playlists of certain categories. Say like best of the 60s. There's 13 tracks in this one. Let's go into it and see. And you can play the whole one, or you can pick the songs out. Pinball Wizard, The Who, Jumpin' Jack Flash, Light My Fire, Dusty Springfield, Creedence, etc. And you can also make your own set list. Next category is My Queue, which is basically ones that I have maybe saved. Maybe I like to play them over a couple times. Diana Krall, ELP, Frank Zappa, Peter Frampton, a couple Green Day, The Who, Who's Next classic album, Bartok. So that's really nice. And then and then you can even just search for whatever artist on here. The last category or menu item is live. And I have no idea what this is. It never seems to work. They must have had a live fish channel at one time, but that does not work. So anyhow, that is Qello. If you're really into music, it might be you know, an option for you. I've had this subscription for several years. A couple times I thought about ending it, but I always go back and watch stuff, so it's well worth it. You know, they have got thousands of documentaries and concert films on here, so I just thought I would show that if you're not aware of this, you might want to check it out. And this is available on all the streaming devices: Apple TV, Roku, Fire Stick, PlayStation, whatever. You can subscribe to this channel. So that's all I have to say today. I just thought I would show this because I never run into anybody who also subscribes to this channel. They have got millions of subscribers worldwide, so just thought I would mention that. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.